Real Madrid is synonymous with glamour, riches, and widely considered to be the most successful football team in European history. The story of Real in recent times has been dominated by Florentino Pérez. During his first term as club president in the early 2000s, he established a policy of paying big money for the world's best players, with the team becoming known as the Galácticos. In the 20 years since then, with players departing or nearing the end of their Madrid careers, and Pérez returning to the club in 2009, Real have changed their approach in the transfer market. Instead of rushing to sign the biggest names, they now focus on developing the next generation of Galácticos. So in this video, we pit 5 of today's stars against some of the best Galácticos from the 2004-05 season to predict which generation's players will ultimately have the better career in the iconic white shirt of Madrid. First up are 2 England Golden Boys, David Beckham versus Jude Bellingham. After his public fallout with Alex Ferguson, Beckham joined Real for €37 million. Upon his arrival, he was greeted by a familiar face, former United assistant manager Carlos Queiroz. However, Queiroz didn't last long in the role, sparking a steady turnover of managers in the following years. Beckham went on to make 116 league appearances over 4 seasons, winning just 1 title. In January 2007, LA Galaxy announced his upcoming move, which new Real Madrid president Ramon Calderón criticised as a pursuit of fame over football. Manager Fabio Capello initially froze Beckham out, but after forcing his way back into the team and playing his best football in Madrid, Calderón and Capello tried unsuccessfully to cancel his transfer to America. Jude Bellingham signed from Dortmund in 2023 and quickly wrote his name into Madrid folklore with a string of match-winning performances. In his first season, he scored 19 goals in 29 appearances and was instrumental in securing the club a League and Champions League double, with Bellingham himself winning the Liga Player of the Season award. Showing such leadership at a young age, it's highly likely that many more accolades await. So we believe that Bellingham will surpass Beckham's achievements at the Bernabéu, if he hasn't already. Next, Real's Brazilian superstars go head-to-head. Ronaldo, Nazário and Vinicius Jr. 2-time Ballon d'Or winner Ronaldo signed from Inter Milan in 2002 for €46 million. Despite injury struggles, he became a fan favourite, scoring 83 goals in 127 league appearances, and was the club's top scorer in every one of his 4 seasons in Madrid. His time at Real was cut short when he left for AC Milan after a fallout with Fabio Capello. Fellow Brazilian Vinicius Jr may not be as iconic as R9, but his legacy at Real is cemented. After joining the club at 18, he scored in the Champions League finals in 2022 and 24, both of which Madrid won. For this reason, we believe Vinicius Jr will surpass the legendary Ronaldo at Real. Next are 2 diminutive strikers, Michael Owen and Endrick. 2001 Ballon d'Or winner Owen joined in 2004 from Liverpool for a fee of £8 million. The last Galáctico to be signed during Pérez's first stint as president, Owen started slowly at Real, but ended the season with 13 league goals, particularly impressive considering that he was rarely first choice. Ending his one and only season at Real with the best goals per minute ratio in La Liga, Owen moved to Newcastle in 2005. In contrast to Owen, Brazilian Endrick was relatively unknown when Madrid announced they'd signed him in 2002. Endrick was to stay in Brazil until July 2024 when he turned 18, and during that time he established himself as one of the hottest prospects in South America, as well as making his international debut for Brazil. Despite Endrick only just joining his teammates at the Bernabéu, we think he'll quickly surpass Owen's time at Real. Next are the biggest French players of their generation, Zinedine Zidane versus Kylian Mbappé. Widely considered the best player on the planet in the late 90s and early 2000s, Zidane joined from Juventus in 2001 for a world record fee of €77.5 million. The huge figure was more than paid back within 12 months, as Zidane inspired the team to the League and Champions League double. Despite being surrounded by superstars, Zidane stood out in the 5 years that he was in Madrid, scoring 37 goals in 155 league appearances, as well as providing a highlight reel of magical moments. His status as a club legend has only been solidified by his 2 stints as coach of the team since retiring. He originally replaced Rafa Benitez in 2016 and turned the club's fortunes around, winning 3 Champions Leagues in a row. Kylian Mbappé finally joined Real in the summer of 2024, after a long and very public pursuit. Mbappé shares many similarities to Zidane. He's a World Cup winner and considered one of the best players of his generation. Despite his undoubted talent and the potential for him to have a long career at Madrid, we believe that Mbappé has his work cut out to match the legacy that Zidane created at the club. Finally, Luís Figo versus Arda Güler, who are both talismans for their respective countries. Luís Figo joined from bitter rivals Barcelona, marking the first and most controversial signing of Florentino Pérez's Galácticos project. His time at Real was marred by hostility from Barcelona fans, who famously threw a pig's head at him during the El Clásico. Despite this, Figo was a success at Madrid, scoring 38 goals in 164 league appearances, and winning 2 La Ligas and the Champions League before leaving for Inter Milan on a free transfer. Arda Güler is already a talisman for Turkey. Signing in 2023 from Fenerbahce, Güler initially struggled to break into the first team, but went on to become the fastest player in Real's history to score 6 La Liga goals. However, we believe that due to the intense competition in the forward positions, it's unlikely that Güler will be able to fully establish himself, at least not to the extent that Figo did. So we feel that Real Madrid's current young stars will ultimately outperform the Galácticos in terms of silverware, though they may never be as iconic as Florentino Pérez's first collection of superstars. Thanks for watching Pixel Football. Support the channel by liking the video and subscribing to the channel to watch more football 1 pixel at a time.